All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and our home team. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Block now on first down. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
53 to Mike. 58.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Play action. Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And they'll send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. This is taken at the 23. Now, sometimes those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
Now, I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit, they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
Good. 180. Hey, Lloyd 33. You must be true. Take that. Topper. Hey, turn it up. 6. Hey, alert. Right time.
Mayfield on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. A run for Nick Chubb. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, touchdown number 15 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Breeze now on 1st down. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. But he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
180. Check right. Real. Greystone, grab it.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Mayfield. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
On third down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the 1st down. But in this case, he turned it into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Jake Butt, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. To throw on 2nd and 10. Breeze. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-0. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. 21-0 our score. One.
Ready. 5-9.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, we got to seal. We got to seal. We got to seal. Double dog. Double dog. That's the way.
Breeze now to throw. It's caught. Cooper 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Now Breeze lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey.
They've got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 36 yards on the play. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end.
Let's go. Let's do it.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Check, 47. Let's go, let's get this ball back. Point it right. 22 jet bomber.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that look like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
95-56.
Watch the backer.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Ready?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Go.
Now Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Lindsay running right. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down.
A 45-yard attempt.
And McManus able to put it through, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, a long drive. But not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Chubb. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him playing very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Here's Sam Martin now. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. On first down, Breeze. And he fires a strike to his big target, Demaryius Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
That's the way you make a spear, baby.
So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
Ready. 5-8, 5-8. We gotta get to that. Mike over there.
Hey, watch the slant.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Mayfield to throw it. They set up the screen to Chubb. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Here's Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be caught. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. They'll give it to Chubb. And he's going to go down in the field of play. So they say no to the field goal try. And time has run out on this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Joker, 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 Joker. Hey! To the backfield. To the backfield.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it. Got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, box truck.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They come out here in the eye.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. McManus's point after is good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. From the 39, Mayfield. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. That one a first down pickup of 8. Mayfield now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. They run. Chubb. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run, watch the run.
And again, it's Chubb. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
A toss play to Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
They run it again with Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A first carry for Samaje Perine. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Bree's going to throw. And he's got a man, Demaryius Thomas. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
I'm coming after you.
To throw, it's Breeze. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady.
Wild Bill, Wild Bill.
Here, 21, 21.
SOS, SOS.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Ready. 5-9.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Ain't no such thing.
From midfield, here's Breeze. He's got the connection to Cooper. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
36.
Now Breeze. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. And what a big-time play there. 47 yards.
At the 7-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Hey, we got a seal. We got a
They'll run with Lindsey, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Philip Lindsey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And he's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. They'll run the counter with Collins. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They go again with Collins. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Another run by Lindsey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Throwing now is Breeze. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was Sheldrick Redwine with good coverage that time as he was there to knock it away. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So they bring out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Running from the gun, Johnson. And an alley to run. And all the way down to the 29. A big run there by Johnson. Give him 53 yards on the ground. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Here's Collins. And he's got some space here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Alex Collins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Carlson now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Next to score, Browns 45. After shots 17. Sam Martin set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Breeze. Trying to improvise. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards and a 1st down.
First and 10. 46 yards.
Breeze now on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Myles Garrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Breeze now. Eluding the pressure, and a big loss here as he's taken down. And after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And on now is the punter, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Whip. Watch the whip. Check.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And again, it's Collins. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Ready?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Brings up second down at the 20-yard line.
To throw on second down, Miller. And he's going to let it go deep. And incomplete here. So a little razzle-dazzle on that one. But they couldn't hook up, and it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by Collins. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They toss to P-Ride. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And they take a knee. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Browns, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.